How do birds sing? This is a song sung by a brown thrasher, but that's just one of the thousand or more than it knows, and it's not the only avian virtuose. A wood thrush can sing two pitches at once. A mockingbird can match the sounds around it, including car alarms. And the Australian superb lyrebird has an incredible, elaborate song and dance ritual. These are just a few of the 4,000 species of songbirds. Most birds produce short, simple calls, but songbirds also have a repertoire of complex vocal patterns that help them attract mates, defend territory, and strengthen their social bonds. Each songbird species has its own distinct song patterns, some with characteristic regional dialects. Experienced listeners can even distinguish individual birds by their unique songs. So, how do birds learn these songs in the first place? How do they know how to mimic the songs of their own species? Are they born knowing how to sing? A lot of what scientists know about birds comes from studying the zebra finches, a bird. The male zebra finch typically learns to sing from its father or other males starting while it's still in the fledgling nest. First comes a sensory learning phase, when the baby finch hears the song sung around it and commits them to the memory. The bird starts to vocalize during the motor learning phase, practicing it until it can be matched. As the bird learns, hearing the tutor's song over and over and again, it's helpful but up to a point. If he hears it too many times, the imitation degrades and the source matters. If the song is played through a loudspeaker, he can't pick it up easily. But hide the same loudspeaker inside a toy painted to look like a zebra finch, and his learning improves. What if the baby never hears another zebra finch song? Interestingly enough, it will sing anyway. Isolated finches still produce what are called innate or isolate songs. A specific tune might be taught, but the instinct to sing seems to be hardwired into a strong bird's brain. Innate songs sound different from the cultured songs learned from other finches at first. If isolated zebra finches start a new colony, the young birds pick up the isolate song from their parents, but the song changes from generation to generation, and after a few iterations, the melody actually starts to resemble. The cultured songs swung by the Brija finches in the wild are an example. Something about the learning process must be hardwired too, drawing the birds towards the same song patterns again and again. This means that the basic information about the zebra finch song must be stored somewhere in its genome, imprinted there by millions of years of evolution. At first, this might seem odd, as we usually think of genetic code as a source of biochemical or a physical trait, not something like a behavior or an action. But they too aren't fundamentally different. We can connect genomes to behavior through brain circuitry. The connection is noisy and quite complex. It doesn't simply map the single genes to single behaviors, but still it exists. Genomes contains codes for proteins that guide brain development, such as molecules that guide the pathway of developing axons, shaping distant circuits. Birds' brain have a so-called song circuit that are active when the birds sing. These circuits also respond to the song of a bird's own species more strongly than to other species. So the theory is that a bird's genes guide development of brain circuits that relate to singing and the ability to learn song. Then exposure to song shapes those neural circuits to produce the songs that are typical to that species. Genetically encoded or innate behaviors aren't unique to the songbirds. They are widespread in the animal kingdom. Spectacular examples include the long distant migrations of monarch butterflies and salmons. So, what does this mean for humans? Are we also born with innate information written into our genetics that helps shape our neural circuits and ultimately results in something we know? Could there be some knowledge that is unique and intrinsic to human as species? Do comment if you know the answers after watching this video. Thank you. Enjoyed this video? Be sure to follow us for more content and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.